Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. Hope you guys are all doing well. Got another review today. We have the Rocinante, the Corvette class light frigate by Yogurt. I actually recorded this whole video and then realised I wasn't recording, which is absolutely fantastic. But this time I'm going to make sure I am recording. No, I'm just going to check actually. Yeah, okay, we're recording. If you've watched The Expanse, you'll recognise this ship. If you haven't watched The Expanse, it's all good. This is vanilla, modless, so it's very comprehensible to the space engineer eye. Cue the cinematics and let's give the description a read. It's quite sort of, it's more focused on what the ship actually is, so I'm going to skim through it as opposed to lore. The Rocinante Mark IV from the TV show / book series The Expanse. This is my best version yet, as it's close to perfection as I can get it, no modded parts and survival friendly. Please check it out and rate and all that. It would mean a lot if more people see this. Well buddy, hopefully they will. So main features: an airtight hull. The nose has sloped heavy armour from the front to protect the crew and vital computer. The ship is light and is mostly crew space, so it can take some damage without losing critical parts. Can do 0 to 100 in less than 6 seconds dry and closer to 8 seconds with 20 torpedoes on board. The interior is Expanse style, like a skyscraper, so control with the remote control to orient the control systems correctly. The recon drone can be printed from the ventral torpedo tube by just clicking a couple of hotkeys. Features a remote control as well as AI behaviour if you choose to activate it. Has a magnetic plate on the bottom for lifting, tugging or locking in place, and has 3 cameras, 1 front, 1 down and 1 in the back to help align the connector. And then we just go into various details about the interior. So let's flip and have a little look at the outside. As mentioned, we have this heavy armour nose, so this, according to the last update, should help with deflecting large caliber rounds. We have a railgun down here, true to the show, and then we've got more railings sort of giving off that antenna pointy thing vibe. Again, true to the show, we have 6 PDCs and 2 torpedo tubes, so we've got them with 2 port, 2 starboard, 1 dorsal, 1 ventral, so excellent coverage really. And then the torpedo tubes are on the dorsal and ventral side here. Firing these will not vent the ship, which is very useful, but they are covered up, which again is very useful. Silhouette, it's the Rocinante. It's very, very close and very true to the original. Don't think you could get too much closer realistically without mods. And we do have also cameras on the outside for locking those missiles. Nice paint scheme. And then the rest of the ship is mostly light armour. We do have sections of half armour panels, armour blocks, sorry. So I'm guessing this is how we managed to get so much internal volume, which this ship has a surprising amount of internal space, as you'll see shortly. Got the Epstein drive back here. It's a hydrogen thruster, but Epstein drive. And then we've got the control thrusters just forward of that. And then we have a single reversing thruster. So true to the show again, you're best off flipping and burning, so flipping the whole ship and firing in the opposite direction to slow down or change directions, and you make use of this massive hydrogen thruster. So we do have 2 entrances. We've got one at the bottom, one at the top. This is a stacked ship, so much like he sort of mentioned there, skyscraper style. Heading through the airlock here, and we're in the armory. So in here we've got various lockers and suits, and then we're actually going to go up first to the CIC. So we've got fire control, flight seats, radar, got a console showing the ship here, we've got a simple floor plan, you've also got PDC control and you can actually see the rounds within the mags there, which you can fill up. We have the flight seat for the ship up here, and the toolbar has the remote control, which you need to use if you want to fly it in human standards. Heading further down now, we have the medical bay. So here we have access to the medical room. We have the decorative medical bay, a shower in case you just really want a shower, but I guess it's good for cleaning up patients. And you can also drop the kids off at the pool there if you're so inclined. Got some plants. And heading further down, we have the cafeteria. So Miller can tell us stories about his cheese farts. We've got some freight containers, cargo access again, more freight containers, and we have a more private bathroom back here. And over here I can recreate the Holden coffee scene. Coffee. Oh. 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 Then if we head down these stairs, we've got access to the crew quarters here. So we've managed to cram like 7 beds in here or something like that. So we've got 3 back here. And we've got another 2. And another 2. So plenty of space for the boys. And then we can come even further down into the engineering section. So here we've got access to the gravity generator, some conveying, life support. Got this nice sort of railing walkway here. Further down, access to more of the ship's systems. Got a desk, assembler there, little workbench, which is nice to see. And if we just head back up here and through this ladder, this will give us access to the torpedo tubes. As you can see, the torpedoes are in there. Just get my head in there. I'm just rocking the whole thing. Apologies. And then the other one is up here. So very nice that you can actually access these. Carry out repairs as required. You just squeeze my bottom through. I'm doing squats. If we head through this door, we can access the cargo bay. Throughout the ship you've also got these battle mode lights as well, which is nice to see. Got further cargo access and then ladders down to this section down here. Got a few freight containers, locker storage space, ship projector, and you've got the camera which they used to view the thing that was in here, I do believe. Not going to spoil it for people who haven't seen the show. But overall, extremely faithful recreation of the Rocinante. Looks fantastic. Extremely impressed with the amount of interior that was crammed into this thing. I'm not really in a position to give pointers on this ship. I think it's obviously based on reference material, so it's not something I can critique. But I do like the fact that even if you haven't watched The Expanse, this is a fully functional corvette. I'd say it's a very good corvette, actually. I'd go that far. Purely because we have staggered PDCs, excellent coverage of those PDCs, plus 2 hydrogen missiles, or torpedoes, which would be excellent against fighters. They're not going to hurt a cruiser so much, but again, much like the show, you could take pot shots with the railgun and the torpedoes at larger vessels, but ideally with this you'd be engaging in more fast-paced conflicts, keeping up with fighters, that sort of thing. And with that heavy armour at the front, if you orient yourself correctly, fighters are going to have a hard time doing much damage to this ship, so it does serve that role really well. So let's blow something up. Obviously there's only one answer to the type of ship we're blowing up, but I'm just trying to think if there's a ideal candidate that Reva would really hate to see. Ah! Well. Just such a ship has presented itself. The Kontos class missile cruiser, which is one of my favourite ships of all time. Just going to pop this over here. And we're going to go and turn these turrets off because this thing would absolutely shred the Rocinante. I'm not going to doubt that at all. Let's lock target. Target is locked. And let's fire a couple of rounds. Bombs away. So yeah, not really going to be doing a whole lot. Fire a couple more against a ship of this size, as you can see. But it is useful for taking pot shots. A couple more on the way. A fully loaded Rocinante though, taking pot shots at a ship like this. I mean, look at this. We're already at the reactors, and we've nearly cut the thing in half. To be honest with you. It is something that would be a nuisance. It wouldn't pose a threat, but as part of a fleet or just taking the odd pot shot, it would be quite effective. That's the lock you can hear. Let's just take a few shots with the railgun. Everyone knows what railgun does, but why not? And there we go. Reactorant. So overall, an excellent ship. Very true to the original. Looks brilliant, even to people who haven't seen the Expanse or don't really care about it. It's still a very formidable corvette, just for space engineers. Makes use of many scripts. It's vanilla, which surprises me. Great coverage for a corvette. So go and check it out in the description below. Show the creator some love. The creator's Yogurt. I don't know if I mentioned that, but his name is Yogurt, so that's all I've got to go off. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe to support the channel. And as always, take care, everybody. Right, if I haven't been recording, I'm going to jump out my window.